Good evening, all. About weather here for liveweatherblogs.com, and here's the tropics for this evening. Still pretty active out in the eastern Atlantic. We're going to be saying goodbye to Gordon. Gordon passing through the southern Azores right now at 85-mile-per-hour winds en route to colder waters, and it should start weakening down pretty good in the next 24 to 36 hours. Then we have 94L, which is going to be the main area of concern over the next week or so. We'll take a closer look at that, and why don't we start there? Let's take a closer look at that right now. Look at the satellite representation, put this into motion. Um, Yesterday, I had been moving off to the west at 25, 26 miles per hour. Today, I was moving off to the west at 18. Now it's 20. But you get the idea. There is some dry air that was wrapping in here. You almost get the sense that maybe there were two areas of circulation, one down in here and one here. Now looks to be that we're having the low kind of reorganizing itself, the low level um, circulation yet here, and the mid-level circulation starting to catch up a little bit. So perhaps we are finally starting to see some organization. You get the idea. There's some sense of circulations even down in here and here. So uh, the models right now, good luck with this, trying to pinpoint exactly where the center is. Uh, but it does appear that 94L is trying to organize now. But again, a lot of dry air off to its north and west here, and has ingested some of this dry air off the Sahara, uh, with the Saharan dust out there. And we'll see where it goes from here. The latest GFS wants to bring it into the Gulf of Mexico now. It's all over the place. Up the East Coast, it doesn't have it. Other models don't have it at all. But yeah, folks, there's definitely something here that we're going to have to watch, and I wouldn't be surprised if it started organizing a little better over the next day or so, and albeit slowly, and maybe then the models will start picking up on it as it intensifies. But clearly, you can see that there is a circulation, a pretty good one at that, up in here, and looked like there was some semblance of a circulation down here. Maybe the GFS is trying to hone in on the southern one, and this northern one's going to be the one that takes over. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's out there. It's far out there. It's not in any way going to be impacting the islands or the United States anytime soon. But it is moving off to the west at a fairly good clip. Uh, if this does tend to slow down a little bit more and reorganize itself, and we could be looking at Isaac early next week. Here's a look at the water vapor map. Well, this is from hamweather.com. The last one there was from weatherunderground.com. And here's the northern part of that circulation here. And you can see there's quite a bit of dry air off to its north and west, and even an idea that maybe there's a little bit of shear here. So the environment it's moving into isn't exactly perfect, but we'll just have to wait and see. You can see a nice, pretty good deep trough carving out along the east coast. So the idea that the GFS had of it coming up the east coast, well, there are a few players in place for that to happen. It's just a matter of what becomes of this as it heads off to the west. Um, we shall see. That's about all you can say at this point. It's a we shall see, and if things do get going, it's going to be slow to happen. But in time, I can see Isaac on the map. So we'll just have to wait and see. Otherwise, out in the what's left of Helens down here, kind of meandering around, maybe as this trough comes down here, maybe Helen comes back out over the Gulf here and moves up this way. We'll wait and see about that. Lots of showers and thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast, up the East Coast to about southeast of Washington. This would be, if this were winter time, folks would be talking about the infamous southern slider going out to sea without any upper level support too far behind for any phasing to occur. That's why we haven't seen any major rain north of Washington and Baltimore today. So this is a clue of maybe what could be coming for the winter. If you're a winter enthusiast, I know this is a tropical update here, but you'd like to see this trough digging down toward the Gulf of Mexico here and popping up the East Coast. So we'll see about that in terms of their winter weather. But in the meantime, we'll keep an eye on this right here. This little critter here could possibly be Isaac, and there's Gordon exiting stage right. Helen was left, may drift back over the Gulf, probably not. We shall see what happens. Stay tuned here for other further updates on this potential tropical system moving off to the west. in the next coming days. This is Wild Weather for LiveWeatherBlogs.com.